Until Ebola came, the children traipsing back to the St George Foundation home from church would have been rescued street urchins or child prostitutes, but not anymore. These youngsters are Ebola orphans, or as good as, having lost one or both of their parents to the virus, and often most of their close family too. The disease has robbed them of everything but their own lives. For the staff here, it's heartbreaking to have to explain to one so young that they're alone in the world and all deal with it differently.
For the boys, give them 1 week, they are okay. They are fit to go, they can play with others. But for the girls, you really see them in their corners in a sulky way, sitting down, thinking, holding their jaws. For the girls, it takes time for them to really get over the psychological problems.
There are 35 children being cared for here, and as the others tuck into their lunch, 2 remain apart. The sagging nylon rope marking the boundary of the quarantine area, where Hadja and Fatima live for now. Hadja, who's 17, has lost 10 members of her family to Ebola, including her mother. She too was infected, but survived.
So 2-3 days, now they die. After they don't die, now they don't transfer me now. 18. So 18 now candidate about 2 weeks. I then discharge me.
Now she's the unpaid nanny to younger children who are suspected of carrying the virus. At the moment there's just 9-year-old Fatima. The 11-month-old baby boy she was caring for has just died from Ebola. Khadija, who's 10, was in Hadja's care too until a few days ago when her quarantine period lapsed and she was declared Ebola-free.
It's estimated there are already more than 4,500 Ebola orphans here in Sierra Leone. But the problem for their future is that nobody seems to want to take them in. Neither their extended families or the wider community seems to want anything to do with a child that's been in contact with a deadly virus.
Examples of the stigma attached to these children aren't hard to find.
You know, we had one experience, we were there to collect some kids from the treatment center, and the driver said he's not going to take the children in the car because they are Ebola. We said, no, these are just discharged as survivors, there's no Ebola.
The workers here are convinced they'll have to care for up to 300 children just like these at just this one orphanage before the Ebola crisis is over. Saying goodbye to the ones here already tugs at the heartstrings. David Bowden, Sky News, Sierra Leone.